Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. Y'all, I don't know what it is about this dream that I never do retakes, and I have done two already. So we gonna just let this one ride out. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. I just feel like this is a message the enemy does not want out at this point. In his dream, I'm going to a hotel party. Well, it wasn't me, it was someone else. She's going to a hotel party with a group of friends. One of the girls in the group, the girl whose birthday it is, she's a twin. She has a brother. Her brother is locked away somewhere. Either he is locked up in jail, he's locked up in a marriage he don't want to be in with somebody that got him on lockdown. He is somewhere unhappy, okay? And he is not invited to his own birthday party. At this party, which is at a resort slash hotel, in this dream, it was like a huge resort. And it was kind of like a adults kind of exclusive type resort. There are celebrities there. However, there is a warning of a national disaster that's going on. So while the party festivities were going, like while the party was in full swing, um, the sky started turning, the clouds started coming in, and the woman whose birthday it was decided, okay, well, we're going to go back to our rooms so we'll be safe. Now, while this is going on, a celebrity is helping her to locate her friends in the hotel and resort, okay? The alarms are just ringing and ringing. I don't know, like I know some places don't have this, but for those of you that have ever been to um like a small town or a town where they have the bell that rings when a tornado is coming or when some kind of storm is coming. That's what was happening at this resort. There was a big bell that was going off. Okay. This celebrity, he decides to leave the party area and he starts heading towards this woman's hotel. Now, once he is headed towards this woman's hotel, now the hotel looks like an apartment complex. Over from like my childhood area over from Bracewood, it looks like an apartment complex. Um yeah, okay, now I'm starting to remember. Yeah, it looks like the apartment. But like when she gets back to the hotel room, it's like she closes the door, but all of the windows are open. And it's like somebody, like while she was out, somebody came into her room and opened every single window. So, and it was like the windows were opened in a way where anybody could easily get in there and nobody, like it would, like anybody could come in and attack you or there will be no safety, you know? Um, so she starts to close the windows and she has a feeling like at this point she has a feeling she's like this is not safe and she knows that there's something like she can feel there's something else going on. So she goes to a back room. It's like the furthest area of the hotel to close herself in, and that's where she starts to close the windows. She sees him coming in and she locks herself in this room. She begins to panic and she starts screaming and panicking. And he like hears her screams and he decides to leave her alone and he's disappointed. Okay. At the end of this dream, I started to hear the song What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish that was created for the Barbie movie. Um I'm not about to try to sing in her pitch. She has a beautiful voice. I used to float, now I just fall down. I used to know, but I'm not sure now what I was made for. What was I made for? Taking a dive, I was an ideal. Look so alive, turn out I'm not real, just something you paid for. What was I made for? Cause I don't know how to feel, but I want to try. I don't know how to feel, but someday I might. Someday I might. When did it end? All the enjoyment. I'm sad again. Don't tell my boyfriend. It's not what he's made for. What was I made for? Okay. And I don't know how to feel, but I want to try. I don't know how to feel, but someday I might. Someday I might. Think I forgot how to be happy. Something I'm not, but something I can be. Something I wait for. Something I'm made for. Something I'm made for. That's the drink. We finally got through it, baby. Okay, the scripture comes from Proverbs 31. 31 and 10. A wife of noble character who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good and not harm all the days of her life. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She is like the merchant ships bringing her food from afar. Like, y'all, words cannot explain how I can feel. Lord, I cast any evil, any witchcraft, any warlock, anybody curses, hexes to the pits of hell where they belong that are trying to keep me from relaying this message in Jesus' name. She gets up while it is still night. She provides food for her family and portions for her female servants. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her task. She sees that her trading is profitable, and her lamp does not go out at night. In her hand, she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. She makes coverings for her bed. She is clothed in fine linen and purple. Her husband is respected at the city gate, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them and supplies merchants with sashes. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children arise and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Honor her for all that her hands have done, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. Like, it's like I can feel like it's kind of like y'all, you know, when your mouth gets dry, and this is somebody coming from somebody that speaks every single day. I come on here and record every single day, and my mouth feels so dry right now. Like the enemy does not want this message out, but we gonna relay it anyway. So here's what the message is. This is for someone. You have to be careful of who you consider a friend. You have to be careful of who you decide to hang out with. You have to, I'm not restarting this message. You have to be careful. 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 Because for somebody, you have, and it's literally, it could be a spirit that is trying to come after you to pull you from your destiny. And your destiny is to become this woman. Your destiny is to be upheld. You are supposed to be held in high honor. You are supposed to be seen as someone that is doing exactly what God wants you to do. This is for God's glory. And there are people that will stop at nothing to ensure that you do not get to the point of where God wants you to be. And in this dream, this was done by the friend. This is a setup. Okay. Basically, long story short, this dream is a full-blown setup from the fact that when the girl got back to the hotel room, all the windows were open. And it's like somebody was trying to ensure that when this man got to her room, that he would be able to get in, that he would be able to attack her, that he would be able to harm her. Somebody was trying to ensure of that. The alarms and everything, even in this dream, I had the knowing something is not right. Okay, something is not right. This is a situation where someone deliberately planned their birthday, like their birthday event, okay? And it's not to say that this was their exact birth dates, but they planned this event around a moment when a storm was coming. They knew the storm was coming. It's not a situation, when there's a hurricane or some kind of storm that's coming in from the Gulf or from whatever water, we can kind of see it. And I understand that sometimes it's out of hand, but I really feel like this is a situation where this person did this on purpose, because as soon as all the alarms were going off and she saw this particular friend head to her room, she sent the man after her. So this is for somebody. You already, and I truly feel like you already got a bad hunch about whoever this person is anyway. Leave them where they at. It's not that serious. You could go to the resort by yourself. You don't have to be with a group of friends. It's not going to make it any more fun. It's not going to make it any more awesome. We have seen so many stories of young women going on these little girl trips with their so-called friends, and somebody don't make it back. And like, the demons that are controlling these people to make them think that it's okay for them to take you wherever they want to take you to and do whatever they want to do to you, they have them thinking that they gonna get off. And they get back and they go to jail. And I just feel like the thing about it is, and there have been cases where people didn't go. Just to be real, because there are cases where I remember the case with a young lady, I think is it Chicago? Well, that young girl, she was like 18, 19 years old, and all her friends knew what happened. And nobody went to jail. Nobody went to jail. They found so many videos. There were creators were doing a deeper investigation than the police. And nobody went to jail for what they did to that girl. And I'm just saying this to say, as somebody that know what it's like to have fake friends, as somebody that has had some fake friends, I know a fake friend before they even realize that they don't like me. I can feel it. I know it. I'm not playing with nobody. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for nobody that's acting like they, and then they cutting their eyes at me. Baby girl, but I don't have time for that. I don't have time for nobody that's being fake and being phony. I don't talking about me behind my back. Gotta make up a joke about this and they joking about that. Oh, it's just a joke. Ha ha. Nah, girl, because you felt that. And there's some truth in it. And I know it. And I done been through too much. I done had too many people try to stand and go against me and set me up. I done been set up too many times. I done had too many people try to slip stuff in my drinks and in my food for me to be slipping. I'm not going to be called slipping. And this is for somebody. God said you better watch who your friends are. You better watch who you call your friends. There are some people that will get upset with you because you don't want to live your life the way they want to live their life. If they want to go out and fight for their life and that's what they want to do, that's their business. But they don't have the authority or the audacity to try to make you into a thought because they a thought. No, if you don't want to do that, you don't want to do that. If you don't want to live your life that way, you don't have to live your life that way. And like I said, in this dream, this man was disappointed because he was promised something that he wasn't going to get. This is not what you were made for. God did not create you to just satisfy any and every man. God did not create you just so that you could go around and thought, no, that's not what you were meant for. That's not the purpose of your creation. You are not a toy. You're not a toy. You are not a little doll that just get past. No. And if whoever this friend is want to live their life that way, that's their business. But they can't get mad at you because you don't want to. It don't matter how they feel about you. It don't matter if they feel pretty or your body or they feel like this and they know this man, that man, and the third have already told them that they like you. It could be a situation where some men have told them that you are so pretty and they would pay this and they would pay that. So they trying to hook you up. They try to want to pimp you out because so many people have come to them telling them that you are attractive. Just because they like you don't mean they get the opportunity to touch you. Just because they like you don't mean they are entitled to you. You have that right. That's your body. You're not obligated to just go and be with somebody just because they said they like this, and they don't nobody care what they like. And you're not an object. You're not a doll. You don't belong to nobody but the Lord. And you are not obligated to bust it open for nobody. There, I said it. God said no. Watch who you call your friend. Watch who you hang around. Watch who you want to go this, there, and everywhere with. Baby, you better be careful. Baby, you better be careful. You better be careful. This for somebody. God said you better be careful. Be careful. I'm not exactly sure who this person that's locked away. Maybe this person that's locked away is someone that could protect you, someone that could help you, someone that watches over you, but that's okay. God said he will protect you. He will guide you. He will watch over you. He will ensure that you are okay. But see, I'm going to be real. When I receive warnings like this, my best bet is to avoid at all costs. I'm just not going to go. And it's okay. You don't have to go. You don't have to be at every single party. It's okay if you don't go to every party. It's okay if you don't get as many invites as usual. It's okay. It's okay. It's better to miss out on a party and you just see the pictures of the aftermath than for you to go to the party and you don't come back. Just to be real. Even though in this dream, this woman, it wasn't a situation where she didn't come back. She was able to protect herself. But this is traumatizing. And if you really think about it, this is a situation where you are away from home. There's a storm going on, and you know that you are surrounded by enemies, and you're surrounded by people who set you up. Who wants to deal with that? Now you need to make a flight to go home immediately, and you can't because it's a storm. God said, be careful. Be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Stop hanging around people that you know don't like you. Show them what? There's no need to hang out with them. It's no need to try to force your presence upon them. It's no need to force, I just feel like we are in a midst of the culture and how this show up and show out and all this, it's unnecessary, it's uncalled for. Baby, I done got to the point to where I just don't care. I don't care. And I realize it don't matter. Regardless if you have nothing. If they don't like you when you don't have nothing, they not going to like you when you have everything. They not going to like you when whatever blessings you receive, they not going to like it. They still not going to like it. And even if they were able to have their hands on your stuff and strip you of everything, they will still not like. It is never going to come to a time where they going to like you and they going to accept you. It don't matter what you got. It don't matter how you get it. I'm being reminded of like how people are with having certain things people want to be accepted. Okay, the purses. How people are with certain people wanted to be accepted, so they would buy certain purses, so they would be accepted into certain groups because now they have the purse. But the people in those groups, they see, oh, you got the purse. Oh, it's not fake. Oh, but we still don't like you. So now that's no longer the it bag. That's out of fashion. We gonna go on to this. And then you get that one. And now they say, oh, no, that's not in fashion anymore because they got it. So now we gonna move on to this. They never gonna like you. It don't matter. None of that matters. It don't matter. And don't lose your life chasing after acceptance from man. And guess what? They never gonna want. They're never going to accept you. They are never going to call you, pull you in, and in some of these situations, you won't be accepted unless you are having to give this person money after you have defiled yourself with random people. Baby, don't do that. God said, let this person go and go on about your business. You are entitled to more. you will receive more. And if they want to live their life that way, that's their business. That's their business. You don't have to be around for it. You don't have to sit around and watch, and you don't have to join in. You don't, it's not a situation where you just got to be involved with what they got going on. And I see why the enemy is attacking my voice with this message. Baby, this is somebody that you have had a hard time finding your person. You have had a hard time being found, but that's okay. God said he's pulling you up out of some things first. You have to let go of these people, whoever these people are, whoever this friend is, because the plans that they have for you are not the plans that God have for you. The thoughts that they have in their mind for you are not, they have nothing to do with the thoughts that God has for you. And this is a trap. But God said, every time somebody dig a pit for you to fall in it, they will fall in it themselves. Because guess who this man gonna be mad at? Because guess who promised you to this man? This is somebody that is promising somebody to a man. Saying, oh, if you just do this, that, and the third, you'll be able to, yeah, I got you. Yeah, everything gonna work out. Baby. But that's not your problem. That's not for you to worry about. That's not for you to stress about. This person shouldn't be doing this anyway. It's wicked. This is pure evil. But what do we know? Money, the love of money is the root to all evil. And this is somebody that is in love with money to such an extent that they think it's okay for them to sell their friends. They think it's okay for them to do this kind of wickedness, this kind of evil. They trying to sit around and figure out some kind of way they could do this to you. Instead of getting a job. But God says it's not your portion. And in reality, I'm going to be real and say it's not going to work out for them. Even if you hear this message and you ignore the message and you carry on to whatever this is. You carry on to whatever this is. You end up hanging out with this person or whatever they got planned. And baby, you end up happening. Guess what? God is saying it's not going to come to pass. What this person has planned is not going to come to pass. And it's not going to come to pass because God said it is not so. You don't have the heart to do this because you have this heart. You have the virtuous woman's heart. You don't have the heart of someone that's going to be hopping from man to man. That's not your thing. That's not what you're going to do. That's not what you're into. That's not what you like. And see, this person, what they don't realize, it's like maybe, I don't know if somebody lied to them. I don't know if somebody is like going about telling lies about you and making up rumors and they don't like you for this reason, that reason, and the third. But there is somebody that has come up with this conclusion that they are going to have you assaulted. Regardless if it's because they don't like you or maybe they think, well, if this happens, then they'll just give up and they'll just do what I want them to. Or if that happens, then they'll just live their life this way and they'll give up on that dream and they'll let go of the idea of them being married because I don't want to see them married and they don't need to be married and this person has come up with this little plot. God said it shall not come to pass. It shall not come to pass, no matter how disobedient you are. God is going to make it to where it can't come to pass. All of their works will be restless. It will be wasted. It's nonsense. It's not going to work because God said what he said and he has for you something more. And you're going to receive it. And that's the message. It don't matter what they do. It don't matter what they do. You will receive it. But it is important for you to know what they're doing. Because you got to pass this test so you can move on and meet and get into this. You can't meet your person while you still attached to people that are doing this kind of wicked stuff. Because guess what? If they going about spreading lies and rumors amongst themselves about you, Imagine what they would do when you have your person. And yeah, it's true that there are ways God can, ensure that doesn't happen, ensure that man doesn't believe their lies, ensure that man sees the truth. But let's be real. There's some very manipulative people in this world. Baby, the attack on my voice is real right now. And they don't want you to have what God has for you. But God says shall not come to pass. And until this is over, then you'll meet that person. But you're not going to meet that person while you're around whoever these people are. Whoever this friend is, whoever these people are, you're not going to meet this person while you're around them, because they want you to do what they want you to do. And you're not going to do that because it's not your portion. God said no. God said no. It's a no, and it's a hard no. And they can try, and they can try, and they can try, but it will carry on failing because God said no. That's the message. That's the message. God said no, 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 this will not come to pass. It will not come to pass. It will not come to pass. And like I said, this is somebody you should be able to tell that this person don't like you. You can tell when somebody don't like you, even if they try to act nice and they try to act like they always let it slip. They always got to cut some kind of little joke. They'll look at you funny when nobody else is looking, or they'll side-eye you thinking that you weren't paying attention. You catch them slipping. Baby, you can tell when somebody don't like you. And that's the message. And for some of you, you can feel it. Because you can feel, like, I just feel like, that the feeling that God will put in your intuition is telling you, it's screaming at you every time you're around this person. This person don't like you. They don't like you. For some of you, they don't like you because of what other people had to say. And for some of you, they just don't like you because they don't like you. You don't need anybody to convince you to be envious of somebody else. And you don't have to have much for somebody to be envious of you. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And it could simply be a fact of they had it in their mind that you were a certain way that you're not. And they are trying to make you to be the certain way they thought you were, but you are not. And it's nothing that they can do to make you behave a way that you don't behave. You are not who they thought you were. This is like someone that sees you, and because you look a certain way, you dress a certain way, or you it's like you can look at someone's picture and think that they are a certain way. And then when you actually meet them in person, they're completely different. Like, y'all could watch me on here and y'all could think, oh, if I meet Star, she's going to be so loud and she going to be, and I'm not. I'm quiet. I'm an introvert. I keep to myself. I'm typically going to, be in and out of whatever, regardless if it's a store, whatever place. I'm not really, no, I'm not a sociable person. I'm not going around and, jumping from the rooftops. I'm not screaming. I'm not going about, and I'm not, trying to get all the attention on myself. I try to keep to myself. I'm more of a person where I'm going to sit in the back. Is it over? It's over. Okay, I'm gone. I'm just being real. And that's how I am. But some people, they see, they'll see my pictures or they'll watch my videos and they think that I'm a whole different person, and I'm not. I'm not sociable at all. I'm very introverted. I very much like spending time by myself. I very much are with my son. I very much am more laid back, chill type person than most people think. Okay. And that's just me being real. And a lot of times people meet me and they think that I'm different and they expect this. They expect me to be like, how do I explain? Like, they expect me to be like this huge bounce of energy, and I'm just bouncing around and I'm doing all of these things, and I'm not like that. And I just feel like for somebody, this is somebody, they thought that you were going to be a certain way, and you're not like that. They thought you had certain things going on, and you don't have that going on. Regardless if it's from their own perception or if it's from the perception of other people. and their perception, or maybe just other people telling them stuff about you, but baby, they thought you was a way that you not. And it's not going to come to pass. But God said you don't need to be around this person because they have, like, they really want it to come to pass. They have it in their mind, like they've been daydreaming about this, and this is going to happen, and this is how it's going to be. That's how they feel. They feel like it has to happen. They may have went around telling people it was going to happen. And like I said, it may very well be somebody where there are men coming to them asking them about you. And they were promised money, or they may have even been given money for you, but you're not into that. So now they got problems, but that's not your fault. You never told them you was doing that. You never told them you was into that. You never told them you were going to do that. You never gave them any signs or, like, any signals that that's what you was into. So it's not your fault that this person been taking people money and lying to them, saying that they was going to get a chance or opportunity to be with you when that wasn't the case. That's not your problem. And guess what? They dug a ditch for themselves. And, they got people feeling like they being catfish because they thought they was going on a date with you and they going on a date with them, but that's not your problem. That don't have nothing to do with you. You never promised any of this. You never insinuated any of this. It's not a situation where you lied and told people that you was going. No, that's not what it is. In reality, you don't even know about all these transactions that's going on. Just to be real, you will be getting the short end of the stick anyway, because there's somebody that think they supposed to get money off of you. Baby, God said, not today, not today, not today, not today, not today, not today. No, God said no. It's a no, and it's a hard no. He has more for you. He has other things for you, and that's the message. Baby, we got through the message. Thank you, guys, for watching. Thank you, Lord, for letting us get through the message, Lord. I pray that whomever this is for, that if you reach it, you receive it, and you put action with it, okay? Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys to bits and pieces. I'll see you guys later. Deuces.